Bismillah wa salatu wa salamu ala Rasulillah. So let's begin with the answers of exercise number 1. So we have here the word tamarinu. What's the meaning of tamarinu?
Exercise.
Exercises. Tamrinun means exercise. Tamrinun means one exercise, and the plural is tamarinu. But I'm saying tamarinu. I'm not saying tamarinun. Why? You need to focus on these smaller details as well, because it is on the pattern of mafa'ilu. Mafa'ilu, like mafatihu, right? So it's on that pattern. So the noun that comes on the pattern of mafa'ilu does not accept tanween. So it is tamarinu, which is a plural of tamrinun, exercises. Okay. Ajib anil as'ilatil atiyati. Answer the following questions. So now you have to answer the following questions. Okay, question number 1, as you said, kam taliban. So after kam, the tamyiz that follows it is also mansoob. So kam taliban wajad al mudarrisu fil fasli. How many students did the teacher find in the classroom? Okay, so wajada, he found. Wajada khamsata ashara taliban. He found 15 students. Okay, number 2, lima dhahabat tulabul jududu ila al-mudiri. Why did the new students go to the manager? ذهبوا إليه لأنهم ما وجدوا
أسماءهم في القائمة.
Excellent. Perfect. Yes. ذهبوا, they went. إليه, to him. They went to him. لأنهم, because they, right? لأنهم, because they. Ma wajadu. So we have to use wajadu because hum, after whom we have to use the plural. So wajada, wajada, wajadu. Ma wajadu asma'ahum, their names, fil qa'imati, in the list. So dhahabu ilayhi li'annahum ma wajadu asma'ahum fil qa'imati. They went to him because they did not find their names in the list. Okay, number 3, man khalaqana. Who has created us?
خلقنا الله.
Excellent. Khalaqana Allahu. And when we connect it, we will say Khalaqana Allahu. Allah has created us. Okay. Man khalaqal qamara. Who created the moon?
خلقه الله.
Khalaqahu Allahu. Yani khalaqahu Allahu. Okay, so either you can say Allah created it, khalaqahu Allahu. We can use the attached pronoun, which is who for the sun, or we can say khalaqallahu al-qamara. We can use both, right? Khalaqallahu al-qamara, Allah created. So we can use both. Either we can use the object pronoun, which is who, or we can use the word lafzul jalala, word Allah, and we will say khalaqallahu al-qamara. Okay, man khalaqa ash-shamsa. Who created the sun?
خلقه الله الشمس.
Excellent. Now, when you say khalaqaha, then there is no need to use ash-shams because we are using ha for shams. Okay, so we will say khalaqaha Allahu. Khalaqaha Allahu. Right? Khalaqaha Allahu. And when we connect it, we will say khalaqaha Allahu. Allah created it. When you use the pronoun, when you use the object pronoun, then we will translate it as it. But when you don't, when you use the noun itself, for example, when you say khalaqallahu ash-shamsa, then we will say Allah created the sun. right? So we have
So we can
to,
write the answer with ha and without ha.
exactly, when we use ha, then there is no need to use shams because we are using ha for shams. But when we don't use the ha preposition, the pronoun, then we will use the noun itself. We can use either the noun or we can use either the what is pronoun, which is the damir. So we have to use either one of them.
Okay.
Okay, man khalaqa an-nujuma? Who created the stars?
خلقها الله.
Excellent. خلقها الله. So خلقها, because an-nujum is the broken plural, so we will say خلقها الله. Allah created them. Mimma خلق الله al-insana. With what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created human beings?
خلق الله الإنسان من طين.
Excellent. خلق الله الإنسان من طين. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created human beings with mud or clay. خلق الله الإنسان هو الإنسان من طين. Okay. مما خلق الله الجنة. So with what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has created the jinns.
خلق الله الجنة من نار.
Excellent. Min narin. Yes. خلق الله الجنة من نار. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has created the jinns with fire. Kam sama'an خلق الله. How many heavens Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has created?
خلق الله سبع سماوات.
Excellent. خلق الله سبع سماوات. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has created 7 heavens. Okay. Fi kam yawmin. Yawmin because of fi. So that's why we will say fi kam yawmin. خلق الله السماوات والأرض. In how many days Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has created the heavens and the earth?
خلق الله السماوات والأرض في ستة أيام.
في ستة أيام. Excellent. In 6 days. Excellent. Now we move on to exercise number 2. أنا خير منه. I am better than him. Here khairun is used for comparison because after that we have min. So we know that when we have the word min, it is used for comparative degree. أنا خير منه خلقتني من نار وخلقته من طين. You created me with the fire or with a fire, and you created him with clay. من قال هذا? Who said that?
إبليس.
قاله إبليس.
قاله.
When we say قاله, the preposition or the pronoun of who refers to the talk, the hadith, yani the conversation, okay? Or we can say about the verse that we have over here, or the idea. So قاله إبليس. Iblis said that. وَلِمَنْ, and to who? قاله لله تعالى. لله تعالى. He said it to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. قاله لله تعالى. He said it to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. من أي سورة هذه الآية? Okay, in which chapter of the Quran this verse is? What is from?
هي من سورة الأعراف.
Excellent. هي من سورة الأعراف. It's from Surah Al-A'raf. Excellent, mashallah. So now you're able to answer and able to understand most of the verses of the Quran, alhamdulillah. Okay, now we move on to the third exercise. Do you have any questions as of now?
No, sir. Alhamdulillah. Yes.
Yes, anyone else? Okay, هذه العلامة, put this sign, which is a sign of check, أمام الجمل الصحيحة, in front of the correct sentences. وهذه العلامة, and this sign, which is the sign of X. أمام الجمل غير الصحيحة, in front of the sentences that are incorrect. So we have to put the symbol of check in front of the sentences that are correct, and the symbol of X, which is in front of the sentences that are incorrect. الطلاب الجدد 15. The new students are 15, or the number of new students is 15. صحيح or غير صحيح? غير صحيح. The new students are 5, not 15. 5 students. When the teacher says أين الطلاب الجدد الخمسة, where are the 5 new students? عبد الرحمن ما فهم معنى 3 كلمات. Abdul Rahman did not understand the meaning of 3 words. Sahih. Okay, why I read it as 3 kalimatin? Why? Abdul Rahmani, this is mudaf alayh. Okay, Abdul Rahmani, the slave of Ar-Rahman. Ma fahima, did not understand. Ma'na, the meaning of 3 kalimatin, 3 words. Because we have this, the construction is when we translate something as of, that means it is mudaf alayh. The meaning of 3 words. So ma'na is mudaf and 3 kalimatin is mudaf ilayh. That's why 3 kalimatin is majroor, or it has kasra or kasratain. Sala Faisal al-Mudarrisa ma jam'u as-sama'i. If you want to follow the rules of the tajweed, it is basically Faisalun, okay? It is Faisalun, okay? So how will we read it? Sala Faisalu nil Mudarrisa. Then a small noon is added with kasra, and it is recited as, in the Quran, it will be recited as, when it is the verse of the Quran. So here we will recite it as Sala Faisalu nil Mudarrisa. Like Faisal asked the teacher. Because when we have tanween, and after tanween, when we have hamzatul wasl, then we have to insert a small noon with kasra. This is not the same noon that we talked about for the verb. This is another kind of noon, which is added to create the sound of the tanween. Because basically this is the sound is faisalun, right? Faisalun. So there is a noon in the end, right? And that noon is sakin. And we know that when we connect sakin to the next one, we connect it with kasra. So that's why it is Faisalu nil mudarrisa. Ma jam'u samai. What is the plural of the heavens? So is this true, or is this correct or incorrect? Sahih or غير sahih?
غير صحيح.
غير sahih. Okay. Okay, number 4. Who is going to read number 4? I want you to read it so that you are able to read it properly with the proper endings of the words. Yes.
كتب المدرس الدرس على السبورة.
One more time. First time it was right. Then there is a bit of mistake that needs to be fixed.
كتب المدرس
Yes.
الدرس.
Excellent. Because al-mudarris is the subject and the lesson is the object. Kataba is the verb, okay? So the verb is there, the doer is there, and the object is there. So that's why kataba al-mudarrisu ad-darsa ala as-sabburati. The teacher wrote the lesson on the board. Is this true?
Yes, Sahih.
Sahih. Okay. All right, number 4. Who is going to read the text?
ما معنى الكلمات الآتية؟
Excellent. Perfect. ما معنى الكلمات الآتية? What are the meaning of the following or the coming words? معنى is مضاف, الكلمات الآتية is مضاف إليه. What are the meaning of the following words? الطين. What's the meaning of طين in Arabic? التراب المختلط بالماء. التراب المختلط بالماء. يعني soil or dust mixed with water. That is called at-tinu. Ada, what's the meaning of ada in Arabic?
رجع
Raja'a. So raja'a is sahih and ada is ghair sahih. So we can use both. Al-jaddu,
Abu al-Abi
excellent,
or Abu al-Ummi.
excellent. Abul Abbi or Abul Ummi. So the father of the mother or the father of the father. Okay, grandfather, and we can say maternal grandfather and paternal grandfather. Number 5, اقرأ المثال. Read the example. ثم. What do you remember about ثم? I told you yesterday.
is عرف حرف
Linking, we can say linking harf, linking particle or linking harf, yeah? It's basically used to connect the previous speech or the previous talk to the next one, okay? ثم, then, أكمل, complete, ما يلي, that follows, على غراره, on its pattern. غرار means pattern, غراره, on its pattern. So we have to read the example, then we have to complete the sentences on the pattern of the exercise. Okay, of the example, I should say. So, Asimatu Sudani al-Khurtumu. The capital of Sudan is Khurtum. Asimatu Sudani. So, Asima is Mudaf, As-Sudani is Mudaf ilayh, al-Khurtumu. So, subject predicate. So, that's why we have Asimatu Sudani is the subject and al-Khurtumu is the predicate. Mubtada and Khabar. The capital of Sudan is Khurtum, right? So whenever we get the meaning of is, RM, that means it is a complete sentence. And when we say it's a complete sentence, nominal sentence, jumlatul ismiyatu, that means it has a subject, mubtada, and a predicate, which is khabar. Normally, subject is proper noun and predicate is common noun. But sometimes both of them can be also proper nouns as well. Why here we have both of them proper nouns? Because Sudan is a proper noun, Khurtum is a proper noun, so we cannot change them into common nouns, right? When I say Ana Muhammadun, so Ana is the proper noun, Muhammadun is a proper noun. I don't have a choice. So in this case, subject and predicate, both of them are proper nouns. But generally, subject is a proper noun and predicate is a common noun. Okay, now on the same pattern, Asimatul Iraqi, yes, Baghdadu. No, Baghdadu. Okay, now we can't really add al with the names of the cities and the countries by ourselves. We will only follow as the Arabs said it. For example, the Arabs decided to use al with Khurtum, so they said al Khurtum. They decided to use al with Sudan. They decided to al with Iraq, with al Yemen. But Misr, they said there is no need to use al with Misr. So we have to follow as it is. So Asimatul Iraqi, Baghdadu. Okay, why not Baghdadun? Do you remember?
it has al in the beginning, sir.
La? Baghdad.
It has-
Baghdad does not have tanween. Why?
Name of
The name of countries and the name of cities do not accept tanween. They do not accept tanween. We say they are partially flexible, okay? So Baghdadu, Baghdada, Baghdada. The same as Aminatu, Aminata, Aminata, Makkatu, Makkata, Makkata. The names of the countries and the cities are partially flexible. They do not accept tanween. Okay. Number 3, Asimatul Yemeni. Okay, Asimatul Mamlikatul Arabiyatul Saudiyati. Ar-Riyadu. Ar-Riyadu, yeah. Now you might be thinking like why there is al, because they used it. So because they used it, we will say Ar-Riyadu, okay? So the capital city of Saudi Arabia is Ar-Riyadh, okay? Asimatul Yemeni, the capital of Yemen.
Sana.
San'a'u. Yes, San'a'u. Sad, Noon, Ain, Alif, and then we have Hamza with Dhamma. San'a'u. This is also partially flexible. It does not accept tanween. So Asimatul Yamani, San'a'u. Now here, as we can see here, Misr does not have al, and it's because the Arabs did not use it. So we will say Asimatu Misra. Yes.
Qahira.
Al-Qahiratu. Yes, Al-Qahiratu. Because the Arabs, they use al with that. So that's why we will use al with that. So Asimatu Misra Al-Qahiru. Qahiratu, sorry. Okay, Misr, why does not it have tanween, or why doesn't have it? Why it's not Misran?
Again, name of a place.
Yeah, I told you a while ago that the names of countries and cities, they do not accept tanween. So they will either accept Dhamma or Fatha. There is no need to put tanween over there. So it will be Misra. Asimatu Misra, the capital of Egypt. So again, this is Mudaf alayh, the capital of Egypt. So that's why Asimatu Misra. Misra is basically Majroor, but we know that the nouns that are partially flexible, they do not accept Kasra. They will take only Dhamma or Fatha. So that's why we have Fatha here. Did you get it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Number 6. Who is going to read the text of number 6?
اقرأ الأمثلة الأمثلة ثم اكتب الجمل الآتية
مستعملا
فعل
فعل التعجب. فعل التعجب is the verb that is used for exclamation, for wonder, to express wonder. In English we say exclamation. In Arabic we say فعل التعجب. تعجب. فعل التعجب. Okay, now here اقرأ الأمثلة. Read the examples. اقرأ is فعل الأمر, which is kind of command or order. So that's why the noun that follows it is mansub. ثم اكتب, then write الجملة الآتية. Because uktub is also فعل الأمر. And I told you that after the first verb and the fourth verb, whenever you see any other type of the verb, after that the noun will be mansub. The noun will be mansub. So that's why it is ثم اكتب. And when we connect it, we will say ثم اكتب الجمل الآتية. Then write the following sentences مستعملا, by using فعل التعجب, the verb of exclamation. So we have to complete the sentences using the verb of exclamation. For example, we say هذا الرجل طويل. This is a normal expression. This man is tall. But when we say ما أطول هذا الرجل, it will be translated as how tall this man is. And then the exclamation mark. It's like you're expressing your wonder, like, wow, this man is so tall. So in Arabic, we will say, Ma atwala hadha rajulu. And you see this fixed expression, it is on the pattern of af'ala. And similarly, hadha rajulu, we know that the noun will be mansub after that. So that's why we can see here, Ma atwala hadha rajula, how tall this man is. هذا البيت كبير. This house is bigger or big. ما أكبر هذا البيت. How big this house is. ما أكبر هذا البيت. How big this house is. هذه السيارة جميلة. This car is beautiful. ما أجمل هذه السيارة. How beautiful this car is. Okay, now هذا الماء باردٌ. It's written here بادرٌ. هذا الماء باردٌ. This water is cold. Yes. We have أبرد.
أبرد هذا الماء. هذا الماء.
ما أبرد هذا الماء. How cold this water is. النجوم جميلة. Stars are beautiful.
ما أجمل النجوم.
ما أجمل النجوم. ما أجمل النجوم. How beautiful the stars are. هذا القلم رخيص. This pen is cheap.
ما أرخص هذا القلم.
ما أرخص هذا القلم. قلم. So how will you translate it?
How
How cheap
this pen.
this
This
pen
pen.
is. How cheap this pen is. اللغة العربية سهلة. Arabic language is easier.
ما أسأل اللغة العربية.
ما أسهل.
اللغة العربية.
لا. ما أسهل اللغة العربية. Both of them will be mansub because اللغة is noun and عربية. Sorry, both of them because both of them have al. So that means one is noun and the other is adjective. So that's why we have to use the ending will be the same for both of them. ما أسهل اللغة العربية. How easy Arabic language is. Is that true?
Alhamdulillah.
Yeah, okay.
Little.
النجوم كثيرة. The translation will be there are many stars, okay?
ما أكثر النجوم.
ما أكثر النجوم. Right? How many stars, right, are there? Or how many stars are there in the sky?
So the
اللبن.
word will be removed.
Yes, that's right. اللبن حسن. Milk is good.
ما أحسن
أحسن اللبن.
ما أحسن اللبن. How good milk is. هذه السيارة سريعة. This car is fast.
ما أسرع
Yes.
هذه السيارة.
Excellent. ما أسرع هذه السيارة. How fast this car is. القمر جميل. Moon is beautiful.
ما أجمل القمر.
ما أجمل القمر. How beautiful the moon is. هذا القميص وسخ. This shirt is dirty. ما
أوسخ
القميص.
هذا القميص.
هذا القميص.
هذا القميص.
Yeah. How dirty this shirt is. هذا الفصل نظيف. This classroom is clean.
ما نظيف ما أنظف هذا الفضل.
هذا الفصل. ما أنظف هذا الفصل. How clean this classroom is. Okay, so the thing that we have to notice, Irfan, here, if we have hada or hadihi, then we will use hada or hadihi. If we do not have over there, then there is no need to add hada or hadihi to that. For example, an-nujumu kathiratun, so we should say ma akthar an-najuma. But when we say hadihi sayyaratu sariyatun, then we will say ma asra hadihi sayyarata. So if we have Ismul Ishara over there, we will use it. If there is no Ismul Ishara, then there is no need to add it. Okay, تأمل الأمثلة. Reflect upon the examples. ثم اقرأ الكلمات الآتية. Then read the following words. واكتبها مع ضبط أواخرها, and write them with the proper endings, and with the proper vowel endings, I should say. Okay. Muhammadun, as we can see here, when we add ya, then the tanween drops and it becomes ya Muhammadu. And this is when you're calling to your friend or someone who is next to you, right in front of you. For example, my name is Muhammad. So if My friend calls me, he will say, Ya Muhammadu. It's just like talking to the one who is right in front of you. Similarly, when we say Hamidun, we will say Ya Hamidu. Similarly, we will say Ya Muhammadu. So Ya Hamidu. And similarly, when you say Ustadun, when you're talking to your teacher, you will say Ya Ustadu. So what happens? Tanween disappears and Dhamma remains over there. However, when we have the construction of Mudaf, Mudaf ilayh, then there is a small change that takes place. Then the Mudaf changes into Mansub. It takes Fatha. For example, normal construction is Ukhtu Hamidin. For example, we say Hiya Ukhtu Hamidin. She is Hamid's sister. But when we say Ya Ukht, then after that we will use Fatha over there. So we'll say Ya Ukhta Hamidin. Ya Ukhta Hamidin. O Hamid's sister. In the Quran, do you remember an example? Ya Ukhta Haruna, right? Any ideas about that?
يا أخت هارون ما كان أبوك امرأ سوء.
Yes, excellent. Ya Ukhta Haruna. Because Harun is partially flexible, so that's why it does not have tanween. But from that, we can see that when we use it as Mudaf Mudaf ilayh, then we will say Ya Ukhta Hamidin. Abdullahi, it is a complete, or it's a compound construction. Yani we have Abd, one noun, and then Lafzul Jalala is the other noun. So when we put two nouns together, and normally, if you remember, I told you if the first one is a common noun and the second one is a proper noun, then it will be Mudaf Mudaf ilayh. Abdullahi, that means the slave of Allah. But when we say Ya, then we will say Ya Abdallahi, because we know after Ya, Mudaf changes into Mansub. So we will say Ya Abdallahi. Okay. So please now complete the constructions here. So Ya Aliyu, or Ya Aliyun, or Ya Aliya. What will be the ending of Ali?
Ya Aliyun.
يا علي without
Yes.
tanween, sir.
Because after Ya, there is no tanween. We cannot use
No
tanween.
Yeah.
And again, we can only use it for our friend or our cousin or our brother who is right in front of us, not for someone who is dead or like someone who is not physically there. So we will only say Ya Aliyu right in front of us. Okay.
Okay.
Next one,
Ya Abbasu.
Abbasu. Excellent.
Ya Rajulu.
Rajulu. Yes,
Rajulu.
Rajulu. Okay. Ya
Bintu.
Bintu. Okay, excellent. Next one,
Ya Sheikhu.
Shaykhu. Yes, Ya Shaykhu.
Shaykh.
Okay. Next one,
Ya Maryamu.
Ya
Maryamu.
Maryamu. Okay. Next one,
Ya Abdullahi.
Abdullahi, right? Ya Abdullahi. Because of Ya, now it's Mudaf Mudaf ilayh, so it will be Abdullahi. Okay. Next one,
Ya Binta Khalid.
excellent. Ya Binta Khalidin. Or Khalid's daughter. Okay.
It is closely related.
Yes.
Ya
Ya.
Sa'iqa Sayyarati.
Yes. Sa'iq is used for the driver. So Ya Sa'iq as-sayyarati. Oh, driver of the car. Next one. Ya.
Ya Umma or Ummu Saadin.
Ya Umma.
Umma.
Okay. Normally we are used to saying Abu Saad and Ummi Saad, but because we have Ya over there, so it will be Ya Umma Saad. Oh, Saad's mother. Next one.
Ya Abdurrahman. These are we are listening daily this word.
Yes, Ya Abdurrahman, that's right. Yeah. And sometimes they only say Abdurrahman and they only say Abdullah because there is no need to say Ya again and again. So just Ya is dropped and then they say Abdurrahman.
So Ustad, usually Ya is used only we are referring to somebody
Someone right in front of you.
in front of us. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Whereas, of course, for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, we will call upon Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and He is Sami'un wa Basirun. He is always listening to us and He's always watching us. So for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, we will say, Ya Allah. But for the human beings, only the ones who are the ones that we are talking to, mukhatab, okay? But if someone is dead human beings that do not exist anymore, so they cannot listen to us. So that's why we will not say, Ya Aliyu, unless Ali is your cousin or brother or husband or son, and you are talking to him right in front of you, only then we will say, Ya Aliyu. Okay, next one.
Ya Rabbal Kaabati.
Yes, Ya Rabbal Kaabati. As we can see here, so we are not, our focus is not on Kaaba, our focus is on the Rabb. So we are calling upon the Rabb of Kaaba. Similarly, when we have فَلْيَعْبُدُوا رَبَّ هَذَا الْبَيْتِ, let them worship the Lord of this house. So there is no worship to Allah's house. The worship is only to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So that's why Ya Rabb al-Kaaba, when we say Ya Rabb al-Kaaba, that means, of course, Kaaba is very modest and it is respectable and all. But again, worship is only to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So that's why it is Ya Rabb al-Kaaba. Next one.
Ya Imam al-Masjidi.
Ya Imam al-Masjidi. Oh, the all masjids Imam. Next one.
Ya
Ibn Abbas.
Abbasin, okay, and we know that the Hamza of Ibn is Hamzatul Wasl, so we can also read it, or we should read it as Yabna Abbasin, Yabna Abbasin, Yabna Adama, Yabna Adam. So there are many hadith, and especially there are like hadith al-Qudsi that starts with Ya Ibn, so that's Yabna Adam, O Adam's son, O Adam's son, referring to the whole humanity, by the way. So it is Yabna Abbasin, O Abbas's son, or O the son of Abbas. Abu Bakrin and Abu Bakrin, because we know that the word Abu has special mudaf mudaf ilayh, so it is used as Abu, Aba, Abi. Yes, it depends like how it is used in the sentence. Okay, Abu Bakrin doesn't mean the father of Bakr, as we discussed yesterday. It can also be referred to, as we say, kunyatun, like some association as well. So when we say Abu Hurairata, that doesn't mean the father of Huraira, that means the possessor of the cat, right? Similarly, Abu Bakrin is also the one who was the first to acknowledge like what Prophet Muhammad said. And similarly, when we say Abi Lahabin, that doesn't mean the father of the flames, that is translated as the one who had red face, right? So it doesn't necessarily mean biological father all the time. But when we say Abu Taha, Abu Muhammad, then definitely it means the father of that person. So it has two uses. One is the real father, the biological father, and the other is just the association of someone with something. Do you have that energy to continue?
Yes, sir. The next one alone, inshallah.
next.
All right. تأمل الأمثلة. MashaAllah, you are very smart because it's only reflection. So still you will do it. I'm not going to do it. So you're going to do it. تأمل الأمثلة. Reflect upon the following examples. ثم عين. Then specify. فيما يلي, that follows. جمع المؤنث, the plural of the feminine. السالمي. So what do you remember about the meaning of al-mu'annith as-salim? What does it mean?
It's sound plural.
Sound plural.
Feminine.
Feminine, sound plural. Excellent. Because there are two types of plural. One is sound and the other is broken. So here we are focusing only on the sound plural, sound feminine plural, as you rightly said. وَضْبِطْ آخِرَهُ, and then put the vowels in the end. These vowels are very important because based on the vowels like fatha, dhamma, or kasra, we can decide and we can look at the meaning, whether the person is the doer or the receiver of the action, or the person is, or the thing is in a state of majroor or in a state of jar. Okay, ra'aytu sayyaratan How will I translate it?
I saw the car.
No, I saw a car.
A car.
Yes, سيارة a car. السيارة will be the car. Okay, رأيت سيارة. Do you remember the past conjugation of the verb رأى?
رأى رأوا. Yes, sir.
رأوا رأت
رأت
آتا رأينا
رأينا
رأيت
رأيتما
رأيتم رأيتي
رأيتما
رأيتن رأيت. This one,
رأينا.
the 13th one, and رأينا. رأيت سيارة, I saw a car. رأيت سيارات, I saw many cars. So here it will be translated as many cars. Okay, سألت. What's the meaning of سألت?
سألت, she asked.
Excellent. Ta sakina means she asked.
Feminine.
Excellent. But when we connect it to the next one, that is Hamzatul Wasl, then it will be
سألت
Sa'alatil Mudiratu. The Mudira asked At-Talibata, the student. So the manager, the feminine manager asked the feminine student. Okay. So the reason why we have here Sakin and we have Kasra here, it indicates that this Ta is Sakina. But when we connect it to Hamzatul Wasl, then we have to connect it with Kasra. Sa'alatil Mudiratu At-Talibata. The student asked, the manager asked the student a question or asked the student. Sa'alatil Mudiratu At-Talibati. Then we will translate it as the manager, the feminine manager asked the feminine students. Talibati. What's the status of Talibat here? Is it marfu or mansub or majroor?
It's mansoob, sir.
Mansub, but it has kasra.
It's a feminine plural, so
Either it will be with dhamma or it will be kasra and kasra. Three states, right? So it can be at-talibatu and at-talibati, at-talibati, right?
Okay.
And if you remember the example, inna at-talibati fil hafilati. Indeed, the students are in the buses. So the first one is talibati, is mansub because of inna. And the second one is majroor because of fi. So please, whenever I send you the document of the important points, at least try to memorize one example of each point. And that will help you a lot.
Okay, sir.
Qara'tu al-majallata, I read a magazine. And qara'tu al-majallati, I read many magazines. So here majallata has ta marbuta, it has fatha, but when we know that when it is plural, feminine plural, takes kasra when it is mansub. In both places it is mansub, and it is object. It is maf'ul bihi. Qara'tu, I read. Qara'a is the verb, tu is the file, the subject, right? And al-majallata is the object. خلق الله الشمس والقمر والنجوم والبحار والأرض والسماوات. Excellent. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created the sun, the moon, the stars, the rivers, the earth, and the heavens. So all of the ones that we have earlier, they have fatha, but the last one has kasra because we know as-samawati is also mansub, but it will be mansub with kasra. Okay, now I have reflected a lot. Now it's your time to reflect upon these examples. Yes, who is going to do the second one?
Sa'ala al-abu.
Okay.
Al-abna'a.
Excellent.
Wal-abnati.
Wal-banati.
Wal-banati, sir.
Okay, Sa'al al-abu, abul abna'a wal-banati. So the father asked the sons and the daughters. Okay. Katabtu, I wrote.
Hazal kalimati.
Excellent.
Hadihi. Sorry.
Kalimati. Okay, I wrote. So we have the subject and we have the verb. So what we need is the object. كتبت هذه الكلمات. I wrote these words. Okay.
رأيت الأطباء والطبيبات.
Excellent. رأيت الأطباء والطبيبات. I saw the doctors, the male doctors and the female
And the female
doctors.
doctors.
Okay.
غسل الولد السيارة. غسل الولد السيارة.
Excellent. غسل الولد السيارة. The son or the boy washed the car. Here we don't have a ta maftuha, that is the long ta. So normally when we have ta marbuta, it will not take kasra, it will take fatha. Okay.
غسل الولد سياراتي.
Excellent. Now here, غسل الولد السيارات, and the son or the boy washed the cars.
أخذت الريالات يا بني.
يا بني. Excellent.
بني.
أخذت الريالات يا بني. Oh my son, did you take the riyals? Okay. Ya bunayya, we have read it that it is an expression of love, saying, oh my son, oh my little son. Okay, number 8.
Sir, for we have ya bunayya, we have for gender male, masculine, I mean.
Yeah.
Then for feminine, sir?
Ya binti.
Okay.
There is a possibility to say ya bintayya. That means, oh my daughter. If she is your real daughter, then bint means daughter, and then when you add ya, which is ya al mutakallim, it will take tashdid. So you can also say ya bintayya. Similarly, we can say ya ukhayya, and you can also say ya ukhtayya. So that means my sister, or my son, or my daughter. So we can say that. That's also possible. Yeah. Yes, number 8.
سأل زملاء.
زملاءه, right?
Okay.
Sa'ala Bilalun Zumala'ahu. Bilal asked his colleagues. Okay, number 9.
سألت زينب جميلاتها.
Excellent. Sa'alat Zainabu Zamilatiha, because it's Zamilat, so it has ta, so that's why we have to use kasra. Number 10.
قرأت الكتاب
قرأت.
قرأت الكتاب والصحف والمجلات. مجلات.
قرأت الكتب, books, والصحف, and newspapers, والمجلات, and the magazines. Okay. Kutubun wa suhufun is the plural of kutub and suhuf. And majallat is the plural of majallatun. Kitabun kutubun. Suhufun is the plural of sahifatun. Sahifatun suhufun. Majallatun is the plural is majallatun. Okay, number 11.
رأيت إخوة حامد أخواتها. أخواته.
Yes. رأيت إخوة حامد. I saw Hamid's brothers. وأخواته, and his sisters. Okay, and the last one.
قرأنا هذه الصفحات.
Yes.
هذه الصفحات.
صفحات, yes. قرأنا هذه الصفحات we read these papers. Okay. MashaAllah. So Alhamdulillah, we have completed 8 exercises, and hopefully, most likely, we are going to complete the rest of the lesson by tomorrow, inshallah. Bi'awnillah ta'ala. And then, inshallah, on the following day, hopefully, we will start. Yes, we are, inshallah, we will be able to start lesson number 10. So inshallah, before, let's say, the break of Hajj, if we can complete 10 lessons, that would be excellent. So inshallah, when we have 1 week off, you have enough time to revise your lessons, and then inshallah, we will continue after the break of Hajj.
Inshallah.
All right, so please, whenever I send you some like notes or some points, please try to go through, write down the examples by yourselves with your own hands. Just write down one example and try to memorize that. It will help you a lot. And I think because of yesterday's lesson, some participants are missing today because yesterday's lesson was so heavy. So we have to be really consistent, and we have to always make dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Let's not forget that we cannot do it by ourselves. Except for Allah's help. So before we start, we have to make dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to help us. We have to try our best, and inshallah, we will succeed, inshallah, in our goal, which is to learn Quran, to understand it, and then to teach it to others as well. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
عليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته. جزاك الله.
وإياكم.